Welcome to Learning with Mo. This is part 2. In our last video, we took a look at how we can use the Data tab in Microsoft Excel to pull in several Excel files. Well, here are the different files. Here's the employees file. Here is the evaluations. And here we have the leave balance as well. So our goal is to have just one single source of truth. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and pull in the performance on our employees table from the Evaluations Worksheet tab. We also want to go ahead and pull in the time off requested into the Employees tab as well. And we'll also go ahead and calculate the remaining balance for personal time off and also the new salary. So we're going to be using a few things here. We're going to be using SUMIF. We're also going to be using XLOOKUP. So for the performance, we're going to be using XLOOKUP. So I'll go ahead and click on the FX here. I'll go ahead and pull up my XLOOKUP and press OK. Now what I need to do, I need to go ahead and look up the employee ID for Sarah Kling. The lookup array is going to be on the performance worksheet. So I'll go ahead. So here's where I need to look for those. I'll go ahead and highlight all of the employee IDs. And for the return array, I still want to search the evaluations table, so I can actually type the name of the table. I already know the name of it. So evaluations, and then in with the brackets, I can go ahead and pull in the performance. And you can see it's pulling in the different scores that are in here as well. So here's the actual result. I'll go ahead and press OK. And because this is a table, it automatically fills down the values for me. I'll just go ahead and clean up this data here. I just want a single decimal. So I'll go ahead and just convert that to a single decimal. So we're good to go. We already have the performance pulled in here. Now, based on the performance, I can go ahead and calculate the new salary. But before I do that, I do want to pull in the PTO requested. So for this one, I'm going to use the SUMIF function. So I'll click here on the FX. Here's my SUMIF. So the range I want to search is, I want to search the actual leave balance. So I'll go ahead and click here. So here's the leave balance here. And what I want to do is to search for the employee ID. So I'll go ahead. Here is the range I want to search. And the criteria is going to be my corresponding employee ID. The range I want to summarize is the requested part here. And you can see it's a little difficult to scroll. So I already know the name of the actual table there. So I'll just call it leave balance. And then I believe it's called requested. And there we go. So I'll go ahead and press OK. So here's the sum of the PTO days that have been requested for each employee. So I'm good to go so far. Next thing I need to do, I'll go ahead and actually show that formula. I'll go ahead and double click on it here. So here's the actual formula. And then here's the formula to bring in the performance with XLOOKUP. I like to click on the FX so I can actually just see the parameters right here. So you can see we're using the name of the tables to actually pull in the data and to get our result here as well. Because this is a table, we don't have to worry about absolute referencing. It actually locks onto the range for us. I'm good to go. Now for the new salary, we'll keep it simple. We're going to use the performance as a percentage. So it's going to be the yearly salary times 4.4%, or add 4.4% to that to actually give us the new salary. Now there's several ways we can calculate the salary, but what I'll do is type the equal sign. I'm going to go ahead and multiply the yearly salary, and I'm going to multiply that by 1 plus whatever is in H2. So H2, but I want to express that as a percentage. So here's my actual formula. The yearly salary times 1 plus H2 as a percentage. So I'll go ahead and press enter. And there you go. So it's basically calculating a raise of 3,046.50 and just adding that to the 70. So that gives us the actual answer in here. So we're good to go. The last column here is a pretty simple one. We're just going to use a fixed number. So let's say the maximum number of days is 25. We can just go ahead and put a little placeholder for that. And then for here, we can just simply say equals the 25. We need to absolute reference this. So O2 minus the total PTO requested. And that gives us our answers here as well. We can see a few of our employees are actually over the limit. So 32, so exceeding the maximum by 7 here. So we're good to go. I'll just go ahead and clean this up. I can actually turn this into a table really quickly if I want to. So I can use that for reference. I'll just go ahead and center align that. So pretty cool. So now if I change the days, so let's say we changed it to 30, all of our numbers will update here as well. So mission accomplished. We're able to go ahead and pull in the performance and pull in the PTO requested. And as a result, we're able to calculate the new salary and the PTO balance as well. We are good to go.